All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's his name? Huckabee. All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm gonna show you how to stop leash pulling in about 10 minutes or less. So this is Huckabee, just turned 5 months old, and he is a buck wild little golden retriever. And today, we're gonna deploy 2 techniques that are gonna stop the pulling literally in less than 10 minutes. I can do it without a prong collar, but we're probably gonna need one. As you see, he's literally tearing up his little toenails, and if you can listen to his breathing, it's not healthy for him. So we're gonna get that fixed today. This is actually our babysitter's dog, and it's a absolute show when she brings him out of the car and take him for a walk. This is silly. So we're gonna fix it now. First technique is called a corrective U-turn. Notice I'm gonna wrap my hand because I need a lot of leverage. I need there to be slack in the line, so watch how I do this. We're gonna go this way. Every time he pulls, I'm gonna U-turn and go the other way. It's a lot harder without the prong, so I'll do maybe 1 or 2 more, and then we can switch to the prong. I don't know this dog very well, so I don't know how hard I need to be. Your mileage will vary dependent upon your dog. He's pretty driven, but let's see if that fixes it. I can already tell you it's prong time, baby. Now I already spoke to the owner. She's used a prong once before he went to some kind of puppy class, and so he's been exposed to it. We are truly fast tracking it, and that's exactly what I'm showing you. I'm sizing it right now. It's an oversized prong. It's a 3.2 millimeter in black, available on our store if you need it, baby. Now we're hooked up to prong. I'm letting them know we're hooked up to the prong. This should fix it pretty quick. A little more gentle that time, a lot less power. This time he's getting a little bit of, he's like, woo, that hurt. So yeah. Now he's paying attention. Watch this. Watch how fast we fix this. So the pulling's already gone, but I have none of his attention. Line's goofed up, we fix that. So back to the first technique, the corrective U-turn. We still need to do that, but maybe 1 or 2 more and we're gonna be done. That's why I really don't like using the flat collars. You gotta do it so hard and so many more times. See how he's side-eyeing me now? That's the first clean technique right there. Maybe 1 or 2 more. There we go. So all that's happening is he's running out of leash. It's nothing personal. I don't yell. There we go. That's a clean one. All right. That should be the end of that. Now we go to the next technique, which is what's called the sudden stop pop. You're gonna see his eyes checking on me a little bit more. He's getting set. Look at that. Look at that, baby. What are we in, 4 minutes? I'm not saying it's perfect. We're gonna do a stop and pop now. Ooh, he stopped. See, look at that. Anytime I stop and he passes my toes or an imaginary line or a real line on the ground, I pop. So if I stop and he passes the line, he gets a pop. He's trying to understand the game now. He goes, something's changed here. I can no longer pull. And if I do, it's a simple equation. You're attached to a leash, that leash is attached to me. If you go beyond me, it's nothing personal, I'm not mad at you, you're just gonna run out of leash, and if you run out of leash, it doesn't feel so good, so it's probably in your best interest to pay attention to the person that's holding the leash. I said 10 minutes, but it actually takes 3 or 4 minutes, especially with all the explanation. A world of difference. The only thing you can do now is, because I can't pay him when he's 6 feet out, just going wherever he's going. But now that he's next to me, we're not perfect yet. See, any moment that he's like, oh, what's that? I'll stop and pop. But if he's next to me paying attention, then I can offer food while you're here, not while you're out there. You only get, he doesn't like that food, no problem. Like I said, don't even know this dog. And that's not a high value treat, it's just kibble. So if he doesn't want to take it, no problem. Now we're gonna amp the game up, a little harder corrections. The game doesn't get easier, it just gets more strict, a little harder. Look at the attention we have now. Perfect. When should you do this with your dog? Basically, the owner was saying, like, he's getting bigger. This is becoming a pain in the ass. I didn't mind when he's 8, 10, 12 weeks old. He's only growing and growing. He'll probably be a solid 90-pound golden retriever based on the size he is now at only 5 months. He's already a pain in the ass to walk at 5 months, so we're gonna fix it now. So here we go. We'll just see how it goes. That's the techniques, y'all. Corrective U-turns, stop and pops. I want you to remember the big technique, which I'm gonna tell you about in a minute. Look, see how he's checking in? And for that, we say, good job. That's when we pay him if you have high value treats. We're literally just, like, let's grab the dog and fix it. The one thing I want you to remember though is your footwork. I don't wanna hear a lot of this. So don't go and then turn, because he'll just turn and look at you, then he'll get a correction. We're not gonna correct the dog for looking at us. All of these corrections have happened when he's out front not looking at us, when he's passing the line, no longer looking at us, that's when the correction comes. He goes, ow, what was that? Oh, dodo head holding the leash. he's either stopped or turned around. I should probably pay attention to where Dodo head goes to avoid those corrections, just like now. So he's like, where's this guy going? We're gonna go this way? Yeah, we'll go this way. I'll show you what this looks like. Now, if you like what you saw here, you should subscribe to our channel, baby. We got tons of these. You can get a ton of free content all day long, baby. Now, if you want to take your training to the next level, check out DIYcanine.com, and there we have an entire course dedicated to what we call the perfect walk. You can learn how to train your dog to walk perfectly on a leash. We have a brand new shop, shop.americanstandardcanine.com, where you can get all the gear that we use on all the puppies, all the dogs that are in our program, literally all the gear that we use day in and day out to get dogs to walk perfectly on a leash, to recall off leash. And look, on the way back, he's not gonna remember the rules. So like I said, you do this day in and day out for like 2 or 3 days. Come the 3rd or 4th day, you don't have to do this anymore. It's over with. So here comes the stop and pop right there. Maybe 1 or 2 more of those and we're gonna be money. Money. Right there, stiffer one. Oh yeah, look at the check-in now. 2 corrections, world of difference. We say, yeah, Bubba, because see, dogs are funny. Well, if I walk this way, I gotta pay attention to you, but what if we're walking back towards the house? Same rules apply. If you can stop and they blow past the line, it's nothing personal. I'm not mad at you. You're just gonna run out of leash. So you will really take a big chunk out of the problem in about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. Depends how much talking you're doing to the camera. But then when you're on your way back home, you might have to do it a couple more times. And on your next walk, you might have to do it a couple more times. Truth is, the harder you do it, the less you have to do it. If you, for lack of a better word, pussyfoot around with this, you're gonna have to do it 1,000 times, and it's just, your dog's gonna build an immunity to it. This is why we're gonna go ahead and amp up to a prong collar. By the way, I'm using a 3.2 millimeter, which is an oversized unit that actually takes a lot of the bite out of this. If I switch to, and I brought it because I didn't know if I was gonna need it or not with him, this is a 2.25 millimeter with our own proprietary buckle on it, makes easy on, easy off. This baby, I can do those corrections half as hard, which is actually better for a stronger, tougher dog. And so we can switch to that now. Oh baby, now I can do them with my little wrist pops. I don't have to get my whole arm involved. And this will be ideal for you if you're not very strong, or if you got a really, really tough dog. Don't think that the bigger the dog, you should be getting a much bigger prong. It's not the case necessarily. Sometimes you gotta go a little smaller to get a little more bite so that you don't have to use as much pressure. Think of it as, these are factory brakes. These are the aftermarket Brembo brakes when we go from the 3.2 to the 2.25. That's it. You wash, rinse, repeat this. I promise you, come your 2nd or 3rd walk, no more pulling, baby. Post in the comments below how long it took, how many pops it took, what kind of dog you have, where you're from. Let us know about your success. And I promise you, it does not take 3 months to get your dog to stop pulling on the leash. It takes literally 4 minutes, and then you're done. And then we can move on to all these other wonderful things. And now we can take him here, there, and everywhere, and I don't have to get drugged down the street. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.